For nearly 30 years, Rex Heuermann led what seemed to be a peaceful, successful life. Raised in Massapequa Park, Long Island, he earned a degree from the New York Institute of Technology and launched his architectural consulting firm, designing projects across Manhattan, including at JFK Airport and upscale venues like Cipriani. Neighbors recalled him as quiet and professional person with subtle unease, describing him as kind of creepy. But beneath the facade of domestic tranquility, married to Asa Ellerup for nearly 3 decades and father to 2 children, lay a darkness that would soon shatter his family's life and traumatize the community. In 2010 and 2011, investigators discovered a string of bodies, sex workers, abandoned near Gilgo Beach and Ocean Parkway on Long Island. These victims, known as the Gilgo Four, represented only the beginning of one of the most baffling serial murder investigations in U.S. history. It wasn't until July 2023, after decades of stalled progress, that authorities finally made a breakthrough. A DNA match from a discarded pizza crust outside Heuermann's Manhattan office linked him to the gruesome crime scenes. What emerged next was more disturbing than many could bear. Detectives discovered a blueprint document on his computer, detailing how to dismember, clean, dispose of bodies, and avoid detection, revealing meticulous premeditation. But DNA evidence served as the hammer. Hairs from Heuermann and even his wife were found on victim remains in multiple cases across decades, from Sandra Costilla in 1993 to Jessica Taylor in 2003 and others up to 2010, each painting a stark picture of an ever-present attacker living among them. Heuermann's arrest sent shockwaves through their household. His estranged wife, Asa, and grown children were blindsided, grappling with disbelief. Asa, overwhelmed and battling illness, eventually filed for divorce but remained emotionally torn apart about what her husband might be capable of. Daughter Victoria struggled too, initially resolute in her father's innocence, but later shaken by mounting proof. By December 2024, Heuermann stood indicted for 7 murders, expanding the timeline back to attacks in the mid-1990s and early 2000s, far earlier than previously confirmed. The victims included Sandra Costilla, 1993, Jessica Taylor, 2003, Maureen Brainerd Barnes, and others, including Valerie Mack, were found dismembered in a particularly brutal case. He is now held without bail at Riverhead Correctional Facility. Heuermann continues to plead not guilty, awaiting trial in a case prosecutors classify as among the most methodical they've ever encountered. No plea deal is in sight, and investigators are holding off additional charges until after the trial to avoid disclosure. Despite years of investigation, the case still haunts experts and the public. This true crime story serves as a reminder that evil can hide behind suburbia's most ordinary veneer. Now, with Heuermann facing charges in 7 murders, families see hope. But the question remains, how many more victims are still out there, waiting to be found? Today, Rex Heuermann sits in jail, awaiting trial. But the truth about him, and the full extent of his crimes, remains hidden in shadows. Who was the real Rex Heuermann? The architect, the father, the monster, or all of them at once? If you want to see the full truth behind America's darkest crimes, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. And let us know in the comments, do you believe Rex Heuermann acted alone? Or are there still hidden secrets waiting to be uncovered?